All right, we are playing some Taric'S support, running Glacial, Magical Footwear, Biscuit Delivery, Cosmic Insight, Second Wind, Revitalize. What I run down here? Attack Speed, Armor, Health. So why Taric? You guys probably haven't seen me play Taric in a really long time. Taric right now is secretly kind of broken. I know a lot of YouTubers, including myself, will use lingo like that from time to time because you got to do what you got to do in order to get the clicks on YouTube, right? But this is actually not clickbait. Secretly broken. The reason I phrase it that way is because he has a really high win rate, about 53, almost 54. One of the highest win rates for all supports in D2+. However, compared to some of the other supports like Rakan or Annie, who have 53, 54% win rates with very high play rates, Taric has like a 1.7 play rate or something like that. So people aren't playing him. People don't really know how strong he is, but he actually is strong. So I picked it this game because I got a Jinx. We're probably going to have a pretty safe lane phase. Oh, hello there. Interesting. Probably have a pretty safe lane phase. I don't expect it to be too exciting, although you definitely can play Taric aggressive, especially on Nami, who's looking a bit squishy right now. Okay, we'll take that. Not bad. But yeah, gonna have a pretty safe lane phase, not expecting anything too crazy. And then late game, Taric, really good at keeping people alive. Jinx, really good when she has supports who can keep her alive. What a banger game. Okay, a bit weird. So like I was saying, I wasn't expecting this game to be too hypey. But if they're going to run into us like that, Taric does have the ability to play aggressive. Wasn't expecting this combo to come online until later in the game. But hey, we will absolutely take it. Also worth mentioning, of course, anytime I'm playing a champion that I don't feel super comfortable on, I will let you guys know. Not a master on this champion. I'm picking it for the sake of practicing it. Yes, it's very strong, but even champions when they're strong, you can't just pick them whenever and win games. You actually have to kind of know what you're doing. So picking it up on the Smurf account right now to get some practice on it. Hopefully can feel comfortable enough that I can pull it out on the main account. Really good start so far, though. Felt like I was very comfortable in that situation, even though it was a really long extended fight. Had low HP, but was able to stay in the fight, stay relevant, and get things accomplished. Also, just the mana nerfs on Spell Thieves are very noticeable on Nami. Something I've noticed myself. So she wasn't able to sustain the way she might have maybe been able to in the past. That was a ghost from Zeri, right? Okay. A lot of poke coming out, but should be able to sustain a little bit. Always worth mentioning, on Taric you have to put 2 points into your Q early. I'll stand on top for the double heal there. Have the early tier to start stacking. Ignites up in 30, so should be able to maybe look for something then. Up the difficulty on him after the rework. Yeah, I think that's fair. I think that's fair to say. Taric will always be a little difficult just because your ulti, it seems like a really simple ability, but it's really not the easiest to use. If you mistime it, you're going to be useless. If you time it well, you're going to be the best player of all time. So that is the biggest thing. Also landing your E, of course. He's an enchanter, but his strength isn't necessarily in his W and his E, like his shield and his Q, so you can't just spam your abilities and buff them up. You actually have to be relevant in team fights. You have to be able to walk up. You have to be able to land your stun. Definitely not easy by any means. Also, since I am still learning the champion, I'm always open to to some feedback or some tips. You know, some people don't want to feel like they're backseat gaming. I look at it as, if you guys play this champion, maybe you guys know something that I don't. So if you see something I can do better, feel free to let me know. She's got that dash, and I don't want to just go in and get myself killed. There's also Elise who could be nearby.
The mountain's question is unique for each of us.
I guess mainly just worried about Elise right now. The Nami recall? Kind of down for a recall myself, to be honest. And if I am down for a recall, I should spam my abilities to stack up my tier. But also... Oh, no. Good stun. Yeah, spam my abilities to stack my tier, but also to help that wave get pushed in a little bit. A lot of Taric is just maximizing his bravado in a fight. When we get there, we will let you know. I appreciate that, my man. Yeah, like I said, it's not your typical enchanter where you can sit back and fight. You actually have to step up a little bit. So stepping up enough to position yourself to line up your E, to be able to get your ultimate on top of people, but also to make sure you're mixing in your auto attacks, because he can do a lot of damage if you're using those. So definitely something to keep an eye out for when we hit the mid to late game. And that is a common struggle that I have on newer supports that I'm trying to pick up. Is sure, I can lane, but then when it comes to mid to late game, I kind of struggle and I get a little lost. And I think that's just because it's harder to autopilot champions in team fights than it is in the lane phase. There's a lot more going on. I'm hovering this just for a second because Nami's in the area. I'm assuming she's probably gone now. Yeah, gonna head bot.
An enemy has been slain.
Elise's top, so maybe can look here.
Shut down.
Nice. Okay, and then there I tried to use my E off of my Jinx so she could chase down the Nami, but not having enough experience on the champion, did not know the range of that entirely. I could have flash followed that. Didn't really expect it though. I want her to stay on top of me so I can spam my Q. We both get the heals, but also we take down this tower a lot quicker. Okay, Elise could be coming bot soon. We should just recall though, because Jinx is Zoom. Yep, here it is. Oh, I should have landed that. I'm gonna use this just to be safe. I thought Elise was gonna repel in there, so I was pretty scared of that. I should have landed this E though. Just the tip was off a little bit. Boots on Taric it says steel caps. I guess they are a double AD, so it makes a lot of sense this game.
Demacia was my home.
Okay.
But the stars are my
Not bad. Definitely a lot of things I'm noticing already that I can do a little bit better, but that's gonna happen. It's natural when you're practicing a champion. The E's off a little bit. Probably could have held on to my R a little bit longer there. Didn't really actually need it. I just was afraid of Elise repelling in. She's just gonna go right behind us or flash out. That's fine with me. And then this Zeri is by herself if we can manage to get on top of her. How's the red prime compared to the others? It's one of my favorites, I would say. I didn't love the blue one. Don't love the orange one. Okay, I was supposed to be the one to tank that. That was a little off. Also, can't really afford to be missing these E's, but we'll get there eventually. Taric is such a unique champion because he's not an enchanter, he's not an engage, he's like a little bit of both. He's what I consider to be a like utility support. Where he just provides a little bit of everything but doesn't specialize in anything. Like Nautilus specializes in engage. Nami specializes in buffing up your teammates. She's like a typical enchanter. Taric just does a little bit of everything. Could be on a ward here, by the way. Well, I wasn't, but now I am.
Sometimes life is dying.
Okay. E forward, and then I do my thing. I think I'm good here. I think that was enough for me. Oh, he's so low. Oh, I could have flashed over there. I can't do anything though. Okay. That's so awkward because a typical enchanter is fine positioning there over the wall, but like I'm so short range, I can't offer a whole lot. Yeah, a lot of moral support for sure. Okay, you good, my man? I want to get out of here. Pretty good stuff. Pretty good stuff. Got 2K. I was really proud of this fight. It was really good positioning. I know a lot of the limitations on Nami because I play a lot of Nami, so I was able to kind of work my way around that whole situation. This team fight was a little bit chaotic, but played it pretty well overall.
Freed me from myself.
Your team has destroyed a turret.
I'm liking Taric a lot, though. I really wasn't expecting it to be as good early, but it's good early, and it's going to be even better late game. Although this game's snowballing so out of control that there might not be a late game.
Love is simply beauty crystallized.
Let's make sure we focus up on this dragon, though, to make sure that this game snowballs.
We're all headed toward the same inevitable end.
Another mid-wave here. They're all top. Which means I can walk up in here.
Sparkle even in the
An
absence.
enemy has been slain.
And he got a kill. That's wild.
Ally has been slain.
Okay, good vision. Yeah, probably just go straight to drag here. I don't think we need another mid-wave. Pushed up enough as it is.
The stars were the question.
And I kind of like a recall after this. Just because I have no wards. So recall here, grab more wards. Grab a control ward as well. We'll head up this direction. I'm a Nami main, but looking for a melee engage support to pick. Do you think Taric is a good option? Taric isn't necessarily... Oh my god, what was that ulti? Taric isn't necessarily an engage support. Like I was just saying, he's a really good utility support. He provides a lot of different things, but he doesn't specialize in any of them. So if you're really looking for an engage support, he's not going to be your best option. If you want just like natural engage, Nautilus, Blitzcrank, I would say off the top of my head, Blitzcrank and Rakan are probably the two best I can think of. I'm also just gonna walk straight in here because I don't think he can kill me. That was actually really close because he has Rift Recall. Yeah, Taric is such a unique champion because he has a lot of heals, but also engage, a little bit of everything. If you're looking for just natural engage, I would say Blitz or Rakan are really good right now.
I am no longer.
And then Rakan is also a little different too, though, because he's also kind of the same situation. He's the only engaged support in the game that isn't also a tank. So if you're looking for a tank, Rakan is not the best option. If you're looking for engage, he's really, really good right now.
For each of us.
Like, Jinx is out of mana. Jinx kind of needs mana to actually be effective. Okay, a lot of people top again. Hasn't been an issue so far.
Has been slain.
I'm down to play with my Echo here, but can't really get to him right now.
An ally has been slain.
Uh-oh. Okay, bit of limit testing here, to be honest. It was a 3v2. Went for it anyways. Nice. Flashed into my stun there. You know what? I think Taric might be one of the best picks in the game right now for this sole purpose. Imagine how tilted you are after you die to Taric, and then he does this right in your face. How can you recover from that?
Climb that mountain, shall we? A fine addition. The
It's got to be one of the most tilting things in the game. That's the Light Rocket secret. Does he actually use the skin? Because I don't know how many Taric skins actually have this, like, disrespectful of a recall.
A mountain's lifeless.
A lot of his recalls that I remember are just like him flexing with gems. Okay, not my best E. Oh, I didn't even think about that. Silas taking my ulti. I don't have my ulti here. Not for another minute. It's not going to be relevant here. Got the ignite off so we can have vision of him. Go in Echo. I have my E. Very nice. Man, I forgot. Is it WMAX second? I think it is. I could be completely wrong. I'm pretty sure it's 2 points in E, but then EWQ max. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's so disrespectful. That's awesome, right?
I may be merciful, but cause isn't.
Personal choice by higher win rate is Q. Okay, I will double check. Let me get my recall in real quick. Yes, Qmax second. Okay. Like I said, I will admit when I'm not an expert at a champion, I am not an expert at Taric. I'm just using what little information I have from previous experience I have on the champion. But there's a reason I'm playing him, and that's because he's really, really strong at the moment. He just doesn't have a high pick rate for some reason. So once again, keyword, secret OP, and it's actually not clickbait for once. I really hope they don't like walk up and steal that. Okay. I knew Vayne was mid, and I was worried that she was just gonna like roam over and auto attack one time.
Your turret has been destroyed.
Wither in my
Okay, I want to make sure we end this game. I'm pretty sure we just win if we just play on autopilot. But I think Baron is a good play. We're doing a little bit of trolling here just because there's 5 of them here and we only have 3. We also just hard engage though, like they might just give us an open 5v5.
Life is worth dying for.
Yeah, we're kind of struggling here to actually push. We don't have a great comp for sieging. But I think team fighting is good, so if we just go Baron, we should be fine.
Truth is worth fighting for.
An enemy has been slain.
Is worth dying for. Honor the mountain.
Except that Taric'S should not be the one taking this, guys. We also want to make sure we turn here. Okay. Zeri is doing Zeri things. We didn't really do a great job of turning there, did we, guys? What was it that hit us? I think it was a big Nami wave. No flash. We're on top of him now. That's a lot of damage. Alright. That was not clean by any means. But the result was okay. We just can't really siege, so I wanted to just Baron, but we actually wanted to Baron to get them there and then turn for a team fight. And they actually had a really good combo. I'm pretty sure it was a Nami wave into Zeri ulti, and then it was just Zeri doing Zeri things. Which will happen. I think we can do the same thing, just play it a little bit better this time. There's no way he lives here, right?
I have seen the light
Rampage.
clearly.
Got a kill?
Shut down.
How broken is that champion?
Has destroyed a turret.
Oh, what is going on here? Someone is not paying attention to their screen. He did also mention in the chat that he's drinking some Dos Equis, so maybe it's a little bit of tipsy gaming.
Your team has destroyed an inhibitor.
Question for the chat here. If you guys have experience on Taric, I'd appreciate it. But most enchanters, you only want to buff up your ADC for the most part, right? You just want to turn them into a hyper carry. When you're playing Taric, though, you want to be able to use your E. Okay. Yikes, that's embarrassing. You want to be able to use your E to engage on the front line, or whoever's in front of you. So, do you guys usually have your W on your ADC, or your melee champions, or does it kind of depend on the situation? They might go Baron here just because they need to flip. They need to flip to get back in this game.
We're all headed toward the same inevitable end. No need to rush.
I like our odds here, though. They do not do this quick at all. What did I just watch? How broken is this champion, though? I wish I could say I did something there. I really didn't. Okay. Bind to a melee frontline and stand near ADC so the Q still heals them is usually what I do.
Stars were the question.
Okay. I could see it being like, if you're in the lead and you're looking to just like front to back, maybe it's better to have it on a melee so you can hit whoever they're on with your E. But if it's like a super heavy dive comp for the other team, better to have it on your ADC to keep them alive and help heal them.
The mountains
I don't think it's as straightforward and simple as like this is always going to be the best option.
just in case.
It's going to be very game dependent, situation dependent. Uh-oh. Did me and Jinx clean this up? I really don't know. I'm on all cooldowns right now. Okay, not a clean fight by me at all. I was running backwards the whole time. Wasn't able to like frontline the way I'd like to and actually utilize my passive. Just stayed alive and actually played that fight like an enchanter, which is kind of weird. Jinx was the OG Zeri, true. Alright, GG, not bad at all. Liking Taric a lot.